Hey, what is up guys? Aaron here, and in this video I'm going to be showing you guys how to use Hamming code in order to help you spot an error. So let me just go ahead and start out right here with writing out a line of code. This is going to be a code in 7-bit. So hold on. All right. So here we have 0011011. So now there's actually a way to tell if there is any sort of problem in this code. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to want to mark off the digits that have the power of 4. So we're going to start this time from the left, and we're just going to write here 1, 2, and we're not going to write 3, and 4 here. Now, if there was a longer number, then I'd write 8 here, and then, etc. And I get to 16, and then 32. But because this is only a 7-bit line of string of a word, we're just going to stick with 1, 2, and 4. So, okay, so I'm actually going to go ahead and circle these with this yellow color, because these are very important bits. Okay, so now these are our correction bits, or our parity bits they're called, and the rest of our digits, or the rest of the word, I'm going to circle it in green, is going to be our actual string of code. So, obviously, like I said, if this was longer, I would just circle everything that's not in the power of 2s, but this is what we have for this 7-word code. So I'm just going to take off these green squares. And now the next thing you're going to have to do, you're actually going to have to remember this, unfortunately, is the following numbers. 1, 3, sorry, that's a 3, 5, 9, and until infinity. Then there are actually going to be 4 numbers here, and you're going to have to remember these numbers. They're very important as well. 6 and 7. Now this also does go on. It's not exactly 2, 3, 6, 7, and then the next numbers, but you can for sure find out what the next numbers are, by Googling it. But that's not the point of this. Then we're going to put in 4, 5, 6, and 7. Again, it's not 8, 9, 10, 11. There's, you skip through a few numbers until you get to the next set. I believe it's 12, 13, 14, 15. But these are what we're going to need now to solve a Hamming code that is in 7 bits. So, okay, so once we have these numbers written down, I'm actually going to go ahead and move them out of our way so that we can continue with our problem here. And I'm actually going to go ahead and erase that. Okay, so now what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and look at the digits. Okay, I'm going to start off with 1, 3, 5, and 9. So I'm just going to mark them off here. 1, 3, 5, and 7. Okay, I'm just going to look at them. Now what I'm doing is I'm going to see if all the numbers that I marked with my blue line add up to an even amount of 1 digit. So over here I see I have 0, 1, 0, and 1. So there are a even amount of 1, so I'm going to just put a green check under 1 and then go ahead and continue checking. Next thing I do is I look over here on my next line, which is 2, 3, 6, and 7. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to look at 2, start with 2, and I'm going to count 2, 3, 6, and 7. So here we have a 0, a 1, a 1, and a 1. I'm actually going to mark it off so we can make it a lot easier. So 0, 1, 6, and 7. And actually you can see that we have 3 1s and 1 0. So the second we see that we have 3 1s and 1 0, we're going to put an X. We're just going to put an X a little bigger under the 2. Okay, then we're going to move on, and I'll continue with this little problem here. Hang on. Okay. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to look at our 4, 5, 6, and 7 line. So I'm just going to mark off all these numbers, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay, and I'm going to have a look. We can see that 4 has 1 1 there, 5, 6, 7, and as you can see, there are an odd amount of 1s. There are 3 1s here, so I'm going to take my red marker and draw a big X. Okay, now what do you do now? So now we actually, what we have here is we have something in the 2 and something in the 4s, and those are where our X's are. So I'm going to do 2 plus 4, and what is 2 plus 4? 2 plus 4 equals 6. Okay, now we take this 6 and we go ahead and count. We go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and highlight this little 1 because it is the problematic bit. Now, if you have a problematic bit, the only thing you have to do is go ahead and switch it to 0. Once you've done that, you've fixed your code. So the proper code would be 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 0, 1. That is how to solve and fix a Hamming code in with 7 bits. Obviously, these numbers go to infinity, but for the purpose of this video, I showed you how to solve it in 7-bit. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, go ahead and comment, hit that like button, and subscribe for more content.